Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another gameplay video. Today we have myself on the bottom playing Gogeta Xeno. Marcus is on the top side of the screen playing his launch deck. Gogeta Xeno, I posted the list a few days ago right here on the channel, so go check it out if you want to see the list I'm playing. Marcus also posted his launch list on his channel. I will post that down in the description so you guys can check out both the deck lists. People always asking in the gameplay videos where's the deck list at. Both of them are going to be on one on the channel, one in the description on Marcus's channel, so check that out. So we're playing this matchup in particular because these are two of the decks that we've been tinkering with lately. Marcus is putting out his life on untap here because he's going to be doing a lot of flipping up and down of his life, so you can't really do that when your life is in the little life compartment in the top left corner there. But I'm prioritizing turn 1 Power Ranger, turn 1 Catapesla engine, and nicely enough, I have the entire line in my hand, so that's going to be such a strong play in this matchup in particular because Marcus is playing, like, you know, a smaller leader, just kind of how it is. He's playing a smaller leader, 5k in the front, 10k in the back, so going in for that 25 double strike crit, going in for that 30 double strike crit dual attack is going to be real big value for me here. The only thing I'm really afraid of is him being able to -5 my Catapesla, but luckily the way he's opened up here, he's not going to be able to awaken his leader before swinging, because on the backside of launch he can attack -5, and that would, you know, put me at a pretty big disadvantage in terms of getting my Catapesla minus. I could then go on turn 2, play Catapesla 1-drop, and then evolve, but at least if this thing survives, I'll have the second energy on my turn 2 to do something else with, which is obviously very, very nice. So he's swinging here, comboing the launch, the Pure Hearted. That card is so broken in launch, man. Like, being able to combo it from the drop later on, that's where your hard pluses start to come up. It's such a strong play. So he's just swinging for a damage, getting a combo and a few draws. Back to my turn, looking at what to charge. We definitely don't want to charge the Catapesla chain. We could maybe charge the 1-drop now that we made it to turn 2, but we're going to charge Vegeta True Fighting Spirit. We don't need to use this auto because I don't think our opponent's really going to be untapping energy with non-leader skills, unless it was like a red-blue variant, but I know Marcus is playing a red-green variant, so don't have to really worry about that. He's going to block that Catapesla swing with the Bulma Unison. We're going to go leader into Bulma Unison, just take care of it. And I can actually play one of these 1-drops here, funnily enough, because his leader's only 5k. He could combo the launch from the drop, and that would actually mitigate one of those attacks. But I'm choosing to leave the energy up here because I know Marcus on turn 2 can go for a Piccolo Jr. play, deal a lot of damage really fast, so I'd rather just have the energy up for the Catapesla effect to negate that. I am going to warp 5 at the top of my deck, not hit anything useful, which is very, very unfortunate. I mentioned the deck profile, how I don't really shotgun that warp 5 all the time, but I'm actually safe to do it here because I have the entire Catapesla chain in my hand, so I'm not really too worried about what I warp. The worst thing to warp would be like super combos, but luckily we don't warp any super combos, but we don't warp any Gokus or Vegetas that can be used for fusion, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. So he's swinging in here with the launch. That's going to get him a life flipped up, and he'll be able to flip his leader. That's just value right there. I'm pretty sure that's the launch from his drop area. So he's flipping over here. Pretty easy damage, no reason not to take it. Again, we're pretty much looking out for that Piccolo Jr. on turn 2. Stocking up on Protector of the People. This is a big Power Ranger themed deck. We're playing the whole Power Ranger line and the Protector of the People with the Catapesla on it as well. Pretty funny. Alright, looking to see what Marcus is aiming to do here. He has a few ways in this build actually to get that turn to Alliance. He can go Bodyguard Legic because I have a battle card in play and he doesn't, or he can go if he has a copy of that Trunks in his hand that's flipped up in his life right now, but he chooses to go for the turn 2 Sand Instincts. He does get a lot of card draw. I mean, he has a lot more cards in hand than I do, but now that he's tapped out and I'm going to my turn 3, I am looking to have a very explosive turn here, especially considering I have the whole Power Ranger chain in my hand. So I charge a 5-drop Power Ranger. Marcus is going to assume I have another copy in my hand because why would I charge the card that I need to play to pretty much go in, right? So we're going for that first 15k swing with the Catapesla. He is going to take it. We'll go into our 5-drop Catapesla. Now with that 4-drop Catapesla, be careful of decks playing Wolfang Fist. He doesn't have a Unison on board, so I don't have to worry about that, but that is something you want to keep in mind considering it does -15, and I believe it ignores barrier, so definitely want to be aware of that. So 25 double straight crit here. Marcus is definitely in a pickle, just like the situation I mentioned before. His leader is pretty small in terms of power, so he is going to be in a pretty big pickle if he wants to combo out of this. And the funny thing too here is like using his leader skill to some, you know, whatever, combo card, flip a life up, and then unawaken is actually kind of worse for him too, because in that scenario he would be making his leader even smaller, so that could end up being a big problem. So he's taking another double strike crit. Big damage here. This game still ends up going on to be a very good game. You guys will see as we get to the conclusion of it. And actually, this is the first game of 2 games that we played. The other game was also very good. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. I think in both these games, both these decks are showcased very well. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see that game. I'll definitely post it. So this is the second Catapestle swing. Marcus does have 12 cards in hand, but unless it's a ton of super combos, I think he's in a little bit of a tough spot here. Really debating what he wants to do. He's going to take the 2 crits. Ouch. I do have my leader swing. Unfortunately, though, I can't awaken, so definitely not going to shotgun this, but it is going to force him to combo a card. Although, he can combo and pretty much just draw, so it's like as if nothing happened. Attack-wise. Taking a look at his drop area. He does have a launch in there, so when he gets back to his unawakened side, that's obviously going to be quite good for him. Passing back to Marcus. He's at 1 life. I'm at 6. His deck is very explosive, so I am actually I'm actually a little bit concerned about dying, not gonna lie. I am tapped out. Piccolo can deal 3 damage very easily. My hand is much smaller than Marcus's is. Alright, we're taking that damage right there. Leader making my leader 5k makes that tough to combo out of. So there's the Bodyguard Logic. I believe I mentioned it before. One of his easy ways to get Alliance going. There's the Piccolo. There is the Trunks. So both of his Alliance targets right then and there. This could be a very big Piccolo swing. So he's alliancing with the Trunks, not with the Legic, which is fine. Legic's a 15k attacker as well as a blocker, so that's solid. And he gets to play the Bardock the Resolute, so that is that's gonna hurt. That's definitely gonna hurt. And that actually makes Protector of the People in my hand really rough to go with, because if I don't use it the right time, which I can't use it just now because obviously I'm tapped out, my plan is to awaken here so that I have the energy available for Protector of the People. But if Marcus swings correctly, Protector is going to actually be more of a problem for me than a benefit, because he'll be able to restand that Resolute, swing again, and I could be in big trouble. So that's going to be a 31k Piccolo swing so far, because the Trunks is adding 5k power to it, and he's got 2 5ks there. Debating on if he wants to go more into it. I do have 1 super combo. Okay, so he drops super combo. Now, if I want to get out of this, I'm going to be in for dropping a lot of cards. All right, so looks like Marcus is done comboing. That's going to be a 41k Piccolo. I need to get to 45 to get out of this. We're going to awaken, untap 1, draw 1. I do have the super combo, which is definitely nice. Hopefully this draw 2 gets us another one, but we can't necessarily hope on that. All right, not another super combo, but that's okay. We have to just dump 5ks. So that's going to be 35. Looks like we want to keep that Goku. So currently we are at 30k. 35. And we're going to 45. Yeah, we don't really need to repeat the Catapestle chain. That's fine. I'd rather at this point start getting into some Goku Xeno plays, or Gogeta Xeno plays, I mean. It's going to require us to get some Gokus and Vegetas into the warp, but we'll see what we can do about that. So there's the Bardock swing. So that's the right way for Marcus to swing here, because if I do counter, it's like nothing happens to the Bardock, right? I will get an additional 5k after that Bardock swings again, but the main problem there is I'm gonna have much less cards in hand than he will, so I'm pretty sure he can just push through it. So instead of pitching a 5k, I choose to just not even negate the attack. Currently we're at 25k on the Bardock there. That's 30. And again, I'm pretty sure that's getting comboed from the drop, so that's just free value right there, super free. That's the thing about launch. I think that Marcus probably has like one of the best builds for launch. Blue-red could also be very good, I think, but like just the turn 2 Piccolo putting on so much pressure and the leader drawing so many cards, you don't need to apply too much pressure with the leader because your battle cards and your deck just applies pressure inherently. Like Piccolo plus the Bardock the Resolute is such a strong play. He's got Bardock for the he got Legic for the other free attacker. Who knows what kind of overwhelm could follow this up. I'm pretty sure he plays Man on a Mission as well. So he's got, I believe it was a 45k Bardock. Yep. Oh, sorry, 35k Bardock. Now, I can get out of this. I got to combo my entire hand, and I'm pretty sure that's the play. I'm pretty sure I got to combo my entire hand to survive this. Basically making it so that I don't counter, and I don't let him restand the Bardock, and I'm anticipating either like a Champa in his hand to put onto that Legic, or an Overwhelm. So I think comboing my hand here is the play. I do have a big battle card. I do have the Catapesla on board, so I know that I can put a lot of pressure going back to his turn because he is on his unawakened side. He could pretty easily get to his awakened side, but still, he's going to be very, very low in terms of his leader's base power. He does have one blocker on the field right now, so that's pesky. That's definitely pesky. But 1 energy, I'm not afraid of Topo. After Image doesn't really affect me either because of the fact that Catapesla has barrier, so that's great. But, I mean, 1 card in hand to 11, not looking the best. But I think the ending of this game will surprise you a little bit. Little minor spoilers. Marcus really debating what he wants to do because, he could still try and push. Let's just say he has, like, Champa and an Overwhelm, which is definitely possible. 14 cards left in his deck. He's been through a lot of his decks, been through all of his life. So, could very easily be Legic, Champa, plus Overwhelm. That could definitely be a thing. If he has it, of course. So, he's tapping 1. Bringing out the Bulma blocker. Okay, so he's setting up double blocker. Unless I have a piece of removal for the Legic, he has 2 guaranteed blocks for my Catapesla, which hurts a lot. Hurts a lot. So he's going to swap a life, picking up a negate that he can't use, so I'm okay with that. Probably just got rid of another dead card, which is totally fine. Looks like Marcus is going to pass here. We're drawing for turn. We're charging the most dead card in our hand, because why not? Could have possibly kept that in hand in case we draw a super combo, because that would actually give us more combo power, but you never know if you're going to need the energy. I do need 4 energy as well if I'm going to play that Goku in my hand, which I would very much like to play. It is a very big attacker. So, we'll see what we draw into here. Waiting on negates, leader swing, drawing a super combo when your opponent's at 1 life. Definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. We're warping 5. Let's check what we warped. We warped to Goku. Okay, we warped to Goku. That Vegeta in our hand is technically fusion fodder, but, we don't have a fusion play at the moment. So we are going to combo the Vegeta. We do have to get rid of the Goku in our hand, which is unfortunate. We draw 2. Okay, we draw an S3 Gogeta, so that's a fusion play right there. And we draw a Vegeta to go with it. So I do have a Goku in the warp. I don't have a Vegeta, but at this very moment, I can Union Fusion. 1 for my warp, 1 for my hand. So we're looking okay. So 25k at his leader. He's 10k. He draws. He will be able to flip here. He put the Vegito SCR in his life. Very nice. Very flashy by Marcus. So there's his flip side. He can combo and draw again, but he would still have to combo a few more cards to get out of this. So that's going to put him at 20. He needs 10 more. Hopefully he keeps comboing 5Ks because that'll mean no super combos. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's been through 2 super combos. So hopefully he doesn't have any other ones. That would be nice. But we'll see. So that's going to tie him up at 25. Needs 5 more. And from looks of it, no super combos, which is a very, very good sign for us, even though only have 2 cards in the hand, he's got 2 blockers. So I could at least say I'm a little bit nervous here. 1 drop 20k coming out. And it gets us a draw, which is obviously very, very nice. So we warp a Goku. We warp we drop area of Vegeta in our hand. We draw a 5k. That's perfectly fine as long as it's not an extra card. 20k going at leader. I think we're just going to say no combos, see if he blocks. He's probably not going to block, obviously, because I have the Catapesla on board. So, like, why would he? Got to save the blockers for the bigger attacks. Okay, he does have a super combo. He may have gotten it off one of his recent draws, and, you know, it would have been over comboing, so he saved it. No Bulma to play off that, which is very lucky for us. No extra draws for him. So we're popping off the Gogeta here, getting a Goku and a Vegeta. Cool thing is that the Goku says my opponent warps a card in their hand if they activate a counter, but he's at 1 life, so he can't really spark and counter here. So leader effect, boosting them both by 10. This is where, you know, you really start going for game. This is the play you make when you're really going for game in this deck. Alright, so Goku swings. Amazing thing here is he takes a life and gets another 10k. So that's 25k single strike, which is fine because all we need to do is deal 1 damage. Now we wait to see if he blocks. He's still in a sticky scenario because he probably wants to keep those 2 blockers for the Catapesla. As soon as he lets 1 blocker go, the Catapesla is getting in there for 1 swing because of the dual attack. So he pretty much can't block, but this gives me an opportunity to go all in. And it's a risky scenario because he still has, you know, what, 8 more cards in hand than I do. So my big debate here is, do I combo that other Catapesla on my board? Do I combo the one in play? And I think the answer is yes. I gotta just kind of hope he can't necessarily combo out. He is playing red-green, so there can be an abundance of, hopefully, extra cards, unisons, and 10k combos. That's what I'm hoping for here. Really debating whether or not to combo that Catapesla, but at this point, I think I pretty much have to because those blockers are going to just make the attacks null and void. Yep, so we just combo it. Gotta do it. 25k base on the 1 drop. That feels really strong. And we finally commit to it. So good thing we charged that protector, by the way. I guess it was the right call. I think either way it could have been interesting. But anyways, we're getting up to 35, 45, 55, 60, 70k. And we're hoping Marcus can't get out of it. He has used both of his leader draws. So he's just comboing raw power here. So that's 20. That's 30. There's 40. That's gonna be 46. 46 because of the android's effect to combo. But anyways, that's the game, guys. Super close, super down to the wire. And I have another game, this exact matchup, basically same thing, right down to the wire. So if you want to see it, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.